Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring Cresselia, a very good closer in Open Great League. Cresselia is very bulky and has a wide coverage move, especially the fast move which generates energy quickly. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. And first lead, we have a bad lead actually, it's a Dragonite in the lead. So they are going to shield everything even if we throw Rage Fist. So we are going to go for Rage Fist immediately, but unfortunately it was a CMP tie. I know Annihilate can survive one, so I will no shield this and will take a shield advantage. So going for the Rage Fist. Hopefully this grabs the shield, which will be very good for us. And high chance they will shield because they are in a shadow form. And yes, they do shield here. And now the question is, am I going to come with Cresselia or the Ariados? So I decided to come with Ariados, and we are going to put a lot of pressure with the fast move and throw this Trailblaze, and this is going to boost the attack, but unfortunately again we lose the CMP tie. So this time I will shield this, otherwise it will knock out the Ariados. And yes, it was a Dragon Claw, so we are going to go for Trailblaze, and this should be enough to knock out even if it is resisted move. And unfortunately they double shielded their Dragonite, but this Poison Sting are going to do a lot, and we get the farm down. And yes, we do. I'll go for the lunge just to debuff whatever is going to come, and it was a Toxapex. So we have actually one shield advantage against the opponent, so we are going to try to close out the game with our Cresselia. It all depends on what they have at the back, and luckily we are running Future Sight and they have a Annihilate, so this looks a bit difficult for the opponent because this Future Sight is going to one shot the Annihilate, and even the Toxapex takes super effective against this psychic typing move, and yes, it one shots. So now they don't have any win con left. Even if they throw a sludge wave, actually it will require 2 or 3 because I have a shield left. So definitely we are not shielding because it's a very bulky Pokemon, and this time they go for a bait, and we are going to call it correctly. So we'll go for the Future Sight, and I think 90% of the health will be gone for the Toxapex, and later we'll require just a Grass Knot. So they are in deep red health. They should have top left by this time, but they are not quitting. And now we reach a Grass Knot. So this Grass Knot should be enough to knock out the Toxapex, and we are going to secure the first win. At the beginning it was looking a bit difficult after seeing the Shadow Dragonite, but the end, the closer Cresselia made it very well. So let's move towards the next opponent, Annihilate versus Dunsparce, a dream lead for us. So we are going to stay, but they are not going to stay, and we are going to store a move, and then we can dip into our very tanky Pokemon, which is Cresselia, because Grass Knot is just going to one shot them. So we are going to no shield the first move. This could be an Earth Power, so we are fine with it, and we can one shot them. And let's see if they decide to shield here. So this Grass Knot double super effective, even if it's not a stab move, but still it will be enough. So they are going to shield this move, and let's see. We are about to reach another one. I'm not going to shield. Even if they shield, I'm fine with it. And they go for another Earth Power. So now they have to give up the final shield if they want the switch. High chance they will shield this move because they want the switch here. And yes, they do. And now I can boost up my attack with the Rage Fist. And we are going to go for Rage Fist. We are not going to debuff our attack with the close combat. So this Rage Fist is going to put them very low, and one more counter will be enough after that. And yes, it is. So I think third Pokemon is Toxapex. So now we are going to continuously boost our attack with Rage Fist, and counter will add up even if they are poison typing. And going for the Rage Fist, and it didn't do that much, but now it will be doing more. I'll shield everything because Dunsparce against the Ariados is very bad matchup actually. Rollout super effective, and they have a rock slide coverage. So I'll try to do as much damage as I can. So going for another Rage Fist, and I will require one more Rage Fist to knock them out because I cannot farm them down. So definitely I'm going to go for Rage Fist number 4, I think. So now the boosted counter are going to do a lot of damage to the Dunsparce, but unfortunately we are very low on health, so we are not going to do that much. But we are going to put them in a range where I think 2 lunges should be enough, and definitely we are going to shield everything. And before we take any charge move, I'll throw the lunge, and so that I can debuff them. So we'll go for the first one, and we can survive after this a rock slide better, but still it will do a lot of damage, and definitely they are not going to reach back to back move. So they are going to throw a rock slide. I can survive it. So we are fine and we are going to secure the win. After throwing this lunge should be enough to knock out the Dunsparce, and we are going to secure the win. This time Ariados closed the game, but still Cresselia helped us to grab both the shield. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has. And it's a Ape versus Ape, Primeape versus Annihilate. So we can take one Rage Fist, but they don't. So we are going to no shield this. It's fine. And Karate Chop is not going to do that much. So I think they cannot farm us down. So definitely we are going to boost up our attack and go for the Rage Fist. This will definitely grab the shield. If they shield, definitely I'm going to shield. So let's see what happens. So they are going to reach another Rage Fist, and high chance they are not going to reach another Rage Fist. I can just farm them down and have some energy for the next Pokemon. So let's see what they are going to come up, and it's a Shadow Fraligator. So definitely we are going to full send the close combat, no baiting. This will either grab the shield or get the knockout, and it grabs the final shield. So we are fine. We can come with Ariados and throw one Trailblaze and knock them out. Definitely we are shielding this Hydro Cannon, and I'm damn sure they don't have back to back. So it's easy to shield and throw the Trailblaze immediately. So this Trailblaze is going to one shot them, and let's see what the final Pokemon is. And it just one shots, and final Pokemon is Clodsire. So we are running Future Sight on our Cresselia. So we will throw this Trailblaze, and it is going to put them in a range where Future Sight should be enough to knock them out. So coming into Cresselia to close out the game with Future Sight, and they are going to reach a move. So this is fine. We can no shield. It can tank the moves easily. Cresselia being a very bulky Pokemon, and we reach a Future Sight and they know that they have a top left movement, so they resign. So let's move towards the next opponent, and it's a very bad lead. This time they have a Fairy typing in the lead, and they dip into a hard answer, which is Talonflame. So this is very difficult situation. I'm going to try to throw as much lunges as I can and debuff their attack, and they can easily no shield whatever I'm going to throw on them. And I reach another lunge, but still it is of no use. But at the same time it will debuff their attack, so that if Annihilate returns, I can survive those Incinerate in a better way. So I'm going to come with Annihilate. So they threw it immediately. This could be a fly. Let's see what happens. But they want to boost up their attack, and they go for the Flame Charge. This time definitely I'm going to shield this, because this is a boosted move and it was a fly. It would have just one shot me. And they come back with their Fairy typing, and I'll come back with my Cresselia, and they are going to throw, this is Psychic Fang I believe. Let's see, and I called it correctly. This is a Psychic Fang, and we'll go for a Grass Knot. Actually I go for a hard hitting move, and it's a very bulky Pokemon as well. So let's see if they are going to shield it, and they don't shield. So I'll go for the Grass Knot immediately, because charms are doing a lot, and this time they might shield or let it go. Let's see what happens. They can let it go, because Talonflame is a good answer against these Cresselia. And they dip into Morpeko, but unfortunately my switch timer was not up, so I was unable to dip, and I have only one shield left. So let's see. They go for the Psychic Fang bait, and they have lowered my defense. So unfortunately I don't think I can win this, because the Rage Fist is going to boost up, but still because of that defense drop it is not going to help me. And now the fast move are doing a lot of damage, and I think Morpeko is in a range where I cannot counter them down. They can actually farm me down with the Thunder Shock and have a move loaded for the Cresselia. So it's an easy win for them, and we are going to lose this match, but still we made it very close. It's a good game for us. And let's move towards the final match of this video, and let's see what the final opponent has for us. And this time again we have a bad lead, so we dip into Ariados, and I think they come with Clodsire. I'm going to go for the Trailblaze. I think we should shield once if we want the switch advantage. So I'll go for the Trailblaze, boost up my attack, and I will shield the first move. That could be a Stone Age, so definitely I'm going to shield it. It is going to one shot me if I don't shield. And yes, it was a Stone Age. Now I can overfarm a lot and have back to back energy. Ariados generates energy very quickly. I go for another Trailblaze, and this might pressure the shield. No, actually they don't shield. This time I'm going to go for lunges because after this debuff I can survive that Stone Age easily, and I go for the lunge. Now I can easily no shield this. I can survive it because it's a debuff, but still it does a lot of damage, and hopefully they cannot farm me down. And unfortunately I have to throw here because they can reach another move. So I threw it, and this Trailblaze is going to be enough to knock them out, and I have a switch advantage here, but still they have a lot of energy on the jump bluff. But Cresselia, being a tanky Pokemon, can absorb those energy, and we have one shield deficient, so they are going to go for energy ball, but we tank that. And here comes the Grey Ninja, so I think our win con is just to farm them down. I can survive one Hydro Cannon, so I'm not going to shield it, and hopefully they don't reach another move, and we are going to just throw those counter and have back to back Rage Fist. So one more counter and then we throw a move for optimal move timing. And now we have back to back Rage Fist, so we are going to go for the first one, and I survive Fairy Wind, and I go for the second one. Maybe this grabs the shield. Let's hope it grabs it, and unfortunately it doesn't, and I have a Cresselia with some energy. Definitely I'm going to bait him, but they throw here. This could be another energy ball, so I'm fine with it. But this time they go for a bait. They go for an aerial ace, so they will shield this move even if it is a resisted, and they don't call it correctly. Now I can easily reach the future site, and I think I will do no shield here because I know I can survive it, and it is going to be a very tough time to reach back to back move. So definitely we are shielding it, and they require more energy to reach another aerial ace. But before that we are going to knock them out, actually overkill with the future sight, and this future sight is going to be enough to knock out the jump bluff, and we are going to secure the win. So thank you for watching this video till end, and hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also share with your Pogo friends. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.